Hello, everyone. One of the most disheartening things for me is working every day to provide information for people out there about what's going on in Ukraine, trying to put a personal aspect to it since I am originally from there and I have family and friends living there, and hearing in response, "Oh my God, I'm so tired of this. Who cares?" Well, if you're tired of this, imagine how tired people of Ukraine must be at this point. President Zelensky tried his best to rally the troops because everybody, military and civilians alike, are very much at the point of burnout in all of this. And something to remember. So, depending on where you live in Ukraine, this war has been going on either for a year and a half, which is plenty long enough, more than long enough, or it's been going on almost 10 years. This is what a lot of people do not remember, is that after Russia was allowed to barge into Crimea and keep it, essentially, there was also a lot of action going on in the east of Ukraine. And so, can you imagine what it's like for people in that area? I know for my parents, for example, who live in the south and fairly close to the southeastern part of the front, this has been going on for almost 10 years. So the burnout is real. The burnout for, like I said, for everyone involved. Meanwhile, the cost of the war and the number of people who need help, who need housing, who need jobs is growing. And once again, this is the UN summary, 40% of Ukrainians. And yet, UN remains reluctant to condemn Russia directly for what it's doing. It's still taking weeks to confirm that, yes, it's maybe possibly Russia has committed another atrocity. It's taken them months to acknowledge that there have been war crimes committed in this war. And in case you forgot, Russia is still not only a member of the UN, it is also a member of the UN Security Council. That is a slap in the face to any decent person living anywhere in the world, regardless of their faith, regardless of their nationality, creed, anything. This is an insult. A terrorist nation should not be part of any decisions UN makes about where to apply its peacekeeping troops. Case in point. So how long is it going to take UN to acknowledge that this happened? Once again, Russia has been shelling the city of Kherson, and as a result, they struck a residential area and killed a 91-year-old woman. Explain to me, what did she ever do to them? Why were they shelling residential areas again and again and again? And what is UN going to do about this? At this point in time, I see UN's future as highly questionable. In their failing to acknowledge their mistake when they accused Israel of bombing a hospital in Gaza, which didn't happen. In their failure to condemn the angry mobs in Dagestan. In their failure to properly acknowledge the horrors of war taking place in Ukraine because of Russia, UN at this point has lost all of its credibility.